So I got a question for you. What constitutes hunting? Every time I set up one of my videos, I post a short or something about my setup with my feeder and my light system and my water trough, I always get somebody who comments, that's not hunting. You're sitting on a blind, you're feeding the animals, and you're just waiting for them to show up. But my question is, how many of those people understand what it's really like to hunt in South Texas? Texas in general. Because the problem is, you know, Texas has very little public land. It's not like only 5% of the land in the whole state of Texas belongs to the state. So there's very few public hunting opportunities. It's not like New Mexico, Montana, you know, a lot of the mountain states where you can hit a state park or a national forest and just walk off into the wilderness to go hunting. But there are different types of hunting. See, for me, I would love to walk and stalk on a huge chunk of land that I can just walk off into the wilderness and look for, you know, walk and stalk hogs or something like that. But that's not really an option down here in South Texas. But what I do, so I'll get inside of that blind and I will sit there for 16 hours straight, waiting for maybe one opportunity to shoot a hog or a deer when, you know, I start hunting deer. So let me ask you this, how many of those people who comment, who say this isn't hunting, will sit in one spot perfectly quiet for 16 hours straight, waiting for that opportunity, maybe to shoot a hog at 3 in the morning, to drag it back to camp and start cleaning it? Not many at best. I mean, I know a lot of hunters here that they'll come out to the ranch at a party and drink all night. They'll go sit in the blind for 2 hours in the morning and maybe an hour in the evening, and then that's it. That's all they do. Just a thought. But anyways, guys, hopefully I'm gonna get a hog. There's a lot of activity here since I came. It's been about a week and a half. I'm gonna put a game camera right there on that tree, looking at my trough. I'm gonna put one here on my light, aiming towards my feeder like I had last time. You can see right here by the trough, a lot of activity from hogs since I was here last time. They dug it all up right here, rutted it up. They probably got inside of the trough. So I'm gonna put a camera there. The new feeder seems to be holding up okay. I am slightly concerned about this angle I'm seeing here. That's a little concerning. Maybe I can pull that other leg back a little bit and see. I don't know how full. I might be able to move that. So yeah, I've had it on, feet going off twice a day at 6 a.m., 6 p.m. since I left. So stuff's obviously been eating, but then again, you know, all this stuff on the ground could be gone from quails and blue jay. So hopefully get a chance to shoot a hog and bring y'all along. So it's Saturday, October 28th, about 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish right now. And it's about 86 degrees out here at the ranch. We're about 13 miles outside of Freer, Texas. You know, it's kind of funny. I get asked a lot, how come I don't come out here to the ranch and hog hunt during the summertime? And it's not really because of like ticks or fleas or anything like that. It's mainly two reasons. One, because it's next to unbearable to sit inside of the blind when it's that hot. Because during the summertime, especially in this area, it stays in the 80s all night. So trust me, it gets hot in the blind. I'll admit it, more than once I've gone just about naked inside the blind when it's really warm when I first start the season. The other reason is with hog, especially when it's warm, you really only have like 2 hours max if it's in the 80s or higher to get the meat on ice after you shoot the hog before it will start spoiling. It spoils really fast in these kind of heats. And it's funny because that's why I tell a lot of hunters that are new to hunting, hey, is there anywhere I can get this hog processed at and stuff like that? And I tell them the best way is to always process the meat yourself for a couple reasons. One, a lot of these guys, they'll throw a pig in the back of their truck and then drive 2-3 hours to wherever the processor is. So it's been sitting in the sun for like 3-4 hours or longer at this point, some all day. And then the other reason, when you take them to a processor, a lot of times the meat's treated almost communally. You may get meat that's mixed with 10 different hogs. Even if you put your hog on ice and it's chilled and there's no spoilage, there's a good chance you might get some meat that's from a pig that sat in somebody's pickup truck in the sun for 12 hours. Just some thoughts there. But yeah, that's the main reasons why I wait for it to start cooling down. I think tonight's supposed to be in the 70s, but next weekend is supposed to be in the 30s. So my next hunt out here in 2 weeks is going to be nice and cold. Hopefully, that'll be the time. Alright, here I am. I'm getting settled into the blind for the night. It's about 5:30 or 5:40 right now, give or take. I am probably going to have to take my shirt off because it is very hot in here as it is right now. And it's probably not going to cool down until after dark, so it's going to be miserable here in the blind for a little while. But once it gets sundown, it should start cooling down pretty fast. So I'm going to set my rifle up, finish unpacking. I got my night clothes set out just in case it does actually get cold, and then I'll report back to y'all if anything happens. So as of right now, there still hasn't been any major movement. Just some doves, the green jays. I saw a pretty good sized cottontail, but no hogs yet. Okay, the slow glow and that first light right there just did their nighttime checks, power ons. You can kind of see the reflection of the slow glow on the feeder. The light above the trough hasn't kicked on yet. There is a mosquito in this blind. It is bugging me so much. Man, it's hard to see here. There's still some backlighting, but the cottontails have set off the slow glow there at the feeder. A little hard to see. It'd be easier to see when it's completely dark. I don't know how tonight's gonna be. Yeah, I know you can't hardly see the green light, it's not really on, but we have a full moon tonight. Oh, and the light just got kicked on, but I'm pretty sure it's just one of the rabbits that were over here. But yeah, we have a full moon. So, that's gonna be interesting to see how that works with tonight. I don't think I've ever shot anything on a full moon, to be honest. Alright, so I decided to take a walk. One, because it's hot as hell here in the blind, but also because I thought something was wrong. It didn't look like, even with the full moon, that my slow glow was really all that bright. Well, I walked up and checked, and it turns out that no, it is not powered up and working properly, because I think the battery is too dead. That battery has been inside of that slow glow for going on 2 years now. So I think it's about time to change out the battery because it's not working. It obviously didn't charge up enough overnight. So I'm going to get 2 batteries to put in there and wire them up in series. That way I can make sure that it's gonna have charge. For now, I took one of my extra motion activated lights, green hunting lights, and I went over there and I just zip tied it to a branch overlooking the feeder. I don't know how much power it has, if it's gonna last all night, but at least it's gonna let me know if there's motion there at the feeder. At this point, I'm pretty much running off my ears, so I mean, this kind of thing does happen, you know. Well, it's about 3 in the morning. I can hear the coyotes start yelping off in the distance. It don't sound like anything super close. I might have missed my opportunity to get a hog tonight earlier when that little pack came by at about 11 o'clock. I didn't take the shot because they didn't come out in the open. I probably could have got a shot, but with them partially being concealed and stuff like that, I don't
I don't know, my ethics didn't really kick in. We'll see, maybe some more will pop by in the morning.
Guys, well, it's about, oh, I don't even know, probably 8 o'clock right now. Maybe earlier, it might be 7:30. The sun's not quite up. I'm calling it a little early on this hunt. I had, should have took the shot on those hogs that showed up at about 11 o'clock. It just, you know, I didn't want to get a bad shot and because I couldn't clearly see the whole hog, but I don't know. I was hoping it was gonna come out and present a cleaner shot that I could see the whole thing and everything, and no, they didn't come out. Apparently a pile of rotting nectarines isn't enough to get that little group of hogs to come into the open. It is what it is. But I'll tell you what, I feel nasty. It didn't cool down into the 70s until probably 1 o'clock. I mean, normally you feel pretty gross after a overnight hunt in a blind, but when it's the 80s for most of the night, and you know it's extra hot inside the blind, you feel a little extra gross in the morning. So I've got a few other things I'm going to try to do as far as tweaking the cage for the pest cage and whatnot. Didn't really see anything else. Bunch of rabbits over there by my blind, but still a little warm for me to feel like shooting those. Plus I didn't bring a 22 or a shotgun. I did see some quail late yesterday afternoon, just before dark, run across the trail in front of my blind, so that's kind of cool. Kind of feels nice right now. Yeah, look at that sunrise. Just one of the things I love about being out here on the ranch. Just waking up and seeing the sunrise. Normally, I don't leave the blind until 9:30, 10 o'clock. Well, at the morning. I've had hogs actually come to the blind. Oh wow, look, the moon is still up over there. But I've had hogs come to the blind around this time before. But hogs are, some properties have hogs, troops that just live on the property all the time, and they're gonna come to the feeders all the time. They don't travel too far away. The problem with this property is it's small. It's only a little 32-acre parcel, but it's surrounded by giant low fence properties. There's a 500-acre over there, 1,000-acre there, 500 acres to the right, a couple hundred acres that direction. So it's not really any different than being on a big property as far as what animals are here, but this is more of a pass-through property instead of animals actually living on the property. And unfortunately, because it is such a small property, it means that it is one of those properties where you can't really walk in stock, because if you try to walk in stock, chances are you're going to push the animals off the property before you ever get a chance to get within range or a shot of them. So for a property this size, blind hunting is really your only option. But I tell you what though, you know, even when you have a night like this one here, where there was a shot I could have possibly taken, even if it wasn't 100% clean, and you end up not getting anything, there's always a lesson to be learned. And you can learn the lesson from any hunt if you're willing to, you know, keep your mind open, and how to improve your hunt next time, or generally just to kind of feel for what's right and what's wrong. You know, if you're gonna be a good hunter, you know, you gotta know when not to shoot, when not to take that shot. For all I know, some of the shots look like I could have got a clean headshot. I probably could have got a clean lung shot, but with my luck, I would be looking at would be two eyes, and it'd actually be two hogs sitting side by side. And when I go for that ear shot, or what I think's the ear shot or a headshot, I just go right in between them or something like that and just wound both of them. And then I lose that opportunity, and now I got some wounded animals that are out and about. Stuff to always consider, you know. It's all part of hunting, to be honest. But I'm gonna be back out here in 2 weeks. I'm changing up my hunting rigs. I might bring someone out here, you know, with me next time. And try again. Next time it is gonna be cold. Apparently it's supposed to be in the 30s this upcoming weekend, so this should be the last hunt in which I'm sweating to death in the blind, which I'm really looking forward to, because I'd rather bundle up in the blind than be sweating to death and dealing with mosquitoes. Pain in the ass. But anyways, guys, that's it for today. I'll see y'all guys next time.